Transition over. Studio mode end. Hey guys. Hey chat. What's up? I got my buddy Austin here from Coping with Cardboard. Uh,
Hello.
Welcome to season 2 of Take 10, which we're going to talk about some things in the Universus atmosphere, sphere, first before we get into Take 10. But yeah, hope everyone's doing well tonight. I'm glad to get back in the saddle of what is known as, I guess, I'm the talk show guy now, is what I've been told. So, Austin, how you doing tonight?
Doing pretty good. Yourself?
I got my chai with some pumpkin spice cold cream on top. It's fall,
That sounds
baby.
good.
I'm good. It's fall. And Kim's in the other room catching up on Alien Earth because I started watching that yesterday. For those who don't know, I hate scary movies, but I like the Alien franchise for some random reason. I don't know. It's a sci-fi thing, I guess. So I
Oh,
love I
good.
love the Alien franchise. So it's cool, man, and it scared the shit out of me. There's some pretty weird. There's a part in the show that grossed me out, and I told Kim, I was like, when you watch this episode, because we're gonna watch it together after episode 1, you tell me which part you think I was like, ugh, that's so gross. So she hasn't come in yet, but she will eventually. So, um, yeah, man. So like it's kind of weird because I don't want to go too much into Take 10 without giving away a lot of things. So it's just kind of just hop into the news, I guess, for like the week.
Yeah.
We had a regional in Spain in Alicante. I did a video on it. It came out today, so go ahead and check out the YouTube channel for that. Um, Deku 6 finally took down an event. Everyone thought I would have thought Mitchell would have taken down an event by now. But yeah, he came, saw, conquered. He was able to get through the gamut of Godzillas, a whole 9 in
Yeah.
47 man event, and much to the chagrin of Austin, who is a known Godzilla lover. Yeah, man. Like, how do you feel about that? How do you feel about like 9 Godzillas in a 47-man event? Like, do you think that's like too much? I mean, I guess like no deck could be too much, but what do you think that says about their meta? Like, do you think that says like maybe it's just, they had a lot of newer players, so it's kind of easier to play Godzilla? Is it maybe just people just want to stomp the city, right? It could be a lot of both, Like, what's your thoughts on that?
So, first of all, I'm glad to see that Godzilla didn't win. And Deku took it. Over here in the States, we see a lot of Godzillas in the lower tables,
Yeah,
and seeing Godzilla get represented a ton
yeah.
in the top 16s was great. But I think you kind of nailed it on the head. Godzilla's kind of easy to play.
Mhm.
Especially if you built a deck on Earth or Chaos. Checks just come natural for him. So seeing that Deku go up against a deck that just likes to destroy everything and stomp cities, come out with a win, I think that will change how people will look at the meta, I would
Mhm.
say, especially overseas.
Yeah. I know that. I guess like overseas, they've always been known as like the Godzilla meta. Like they love their Zilla, they love their giant lizard, right? They just love him. I like looking at the deck lists. I don't know if you had time to check the deck list out. Like, really, realistically, there was like less than like a 5% rate on unyielding destruction, and unyielding destruction wrecks Deku so bad. Like, he has to have so many answers to it, right? Like, granted, the deck usually has the answer to your answer to your answer to your answer. Like, that's just the way Deku works, right? Like, he has every answer underneath the board. And like they were, one deck only had determined advance. Only one was running a full set of walk the dogs. X, Y, and Z. Like there was card availability, card choices. There was I believe the TO was on the main Discord today and said that it wasn't a card availability situation. It was a player choice situation, not to run X, Y, and Z cards. And they felt more comfortable running, unfazed, massive swing, cards we don't normally see in the traditional Godzilla lists, right? Because like
Yeah.
I love the unfazed part. Like that's 20 damage unanswered, like, right? Like that's just, or you give them basically City Rampage checks bonuses for the rest of the turn if you don't want to take 20, right? Like
Yeah.
it's just super cool to see that. And like the Deku list, only it didn't play Hang 10, which is surprising because everyone over here loves Hang 10 and Deku, right? We're just gonna just commit our board, ready everything, and draw a million cards, right? It's just kind of neat seeing how different metas evolve just because of, like over here I don't want to say it's groupthink, but a lot of like the high like people latch on to certain things that certain players say, or certain play groups find a niche and they're like, well, I wouldn't play that without this card. There's no way. That's the only correct way. I even get like that sometimes as well, right? Like it's just we get so America about it, right? Like we're right all the time, right? And traditionally that's not correct to think, right? Like other point of views, other play styles, like maybe they valued the momentum abilities more than the momentum checks, like right, like EX powerful Echo is super good in Godzilla. Like you don't need to use it just for check boosting, and it kind of opens your eyes. Like maybe we don't need to play Godzilla this way, right? We can play him a different way. So
Yeah, and I really like what you mentioned, that we have kind of like a group mind here, because it kind of jumps back to Richard from CWC. He created Hanj.
yeah,
And Hanj was everywhere. A good amount of Hanjes were at Louisville, and it was similar to the build that he ran. And seeing that the different decks, and no, I haven't fully looked at the Godzilla decks yet, but seeing that Massive Swing and Unfazed, I used to run Unfazed. My Godzilla, I love that card. It's a free 22.
Yeah.
So seeing that get played and in more Godzilla decks, I think will open up the creativity of Godzilla.
Yeah.
Not only that, like I've actually won games with using Determined Advance EX. Like
yeah, sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Or using the EX instead of checking.
Yeah.
Making sure I don't have that. Yeah, I may have a final attack in hand, but if I can make sure this attack is fast enough or powerful enough or whatever, like a walk the dog or something along those lines, it gets the job done and we can move on.
Yeah,
and I think that's really good.
I also like, there was only 4 determined advances among all 3 top 4 decks, right? Like only one player had them, but like you could see like I know like Zach on final round kind of ribbed me some today, saying that I was coping, saying that Massive Swing is just as good as Determined Advance, and I don't think so at all. Like I think it can serve the same role. Like sure, is it gated to your first attack if you have no momentum? Correct, right? And it's a 5 mid for 6, so it's 1 less speed. It is 1 easier to play though, and it has powerful 2, so it can get around the damage part. But only issue is it's, hey man, like your stats can be reduced below printed, and I think that's the real boon of having Determined Advance in your deck, is you always have a 6 mid 6 no matter what. And it's very, unless they seal it obviously, but that's talking if I have this, I have that, I have that, but it's just really interesting to see that. Go ahead.
No, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I just wanted to kind of jump in.
Go ahead, jump in.
I'm kind of glad you brought the sealed up, because I think, and this is going to sound really weird to me because my stance on Filled with Doubt. I think Filled with Doubt is a perfect answer against Godzilla.
Sure.
Especially on the Chaos version.
Yeah.
I haven't seen much on the Earth, especially with Piercing Hornlance.
Yeah.
But a lot of Godzillas over here in the States, you gotta run Determined Advance. You gotta run Titan Cliff if you're on Chaos.
Oh yeah, sure. You can run on Earth too.
That's cute.
Sure,
here's the Filled with Doubt.
Yeah, like that's my plan. If I have Filled with Doubts, is I'm just gonna hold it for the Titan Cliff, because you don't naturally draw otherwise, right? You're stuck with the cards in your hand, and Titan Cliff is how you get to those extra cards, unless you have like, you draw Walk the Dog versus Walk the Dog versus Walk the Dog, right? That's another part of or you just have a bunch of foundations that flip that you were going to draw anyways. But having you not being able to cycle 3 extra cards and build a free guy, that's huge, right?
Yes.
But it's just really interesting, like you just saying, like you have to play Determined Advance. You have to. It's like, I don't think you do anymore. Like I think there's so much redundant pieces in Godzilla, like finally free. Like I do think Titan Cliff is the one. Titan Cliff is the one attack you absolutely have to play in him, because it gives you 3 extra cards in your turn, right? Or X amount of cards depending on how many attacks you have in your hand. And I really do think that you have to have that. And then finally free, finally free nets you a momentum. There's other cards that can just straight up net you a momentum. I do think that Determined Advance is great. It's also like a $40 price tag, and Massive Swing kind of fills that same hole at $1 or less. So you tell me what people are going to naturally gravitate towards. And it's an AOT 1 card, hard to get, X, Y, and Z, whatever. Say whatever you want about power level AOT. It's just a seal. It's just a bloated set. Really hard to find sometimes, especially at a decent price point, right? So, um, but enough about Godzilla. Well, I guess not enough about Godzilla. I mean, congratulations to Kevin for winning. I think Deku 6 is a cool character. I know my buddy Corey hates him. He wants him banned. I don't know. I don't care. I don't think anything's going to happen in the September ban and errata list because we're going to have like 2 events. And Louisville. Well, yeah, 2 events. We're going to have, I think, OCE this Saturday. So that's whatever. And I think we'll have to have. I think nothing will happen in September, and if anything happens, it will be October. And I actually don't think anything's going to happen in October either, unless something really rises to the top that was just like, eh. Another one thing too. You brought up Hanj. There was no Hanj in this event at all. There was a couple Zeke war chiefs, but there were no Hanjes. What happened? Where's the girl or them? Because they are non-binary in the comics. So yes, where did they go? Why? I get it. Maybe the person playing the backup deck wanted to play Zeke instead of Hanj. I could see that, right? Like Zeke just won the regional. X, Y, and Z. It's a little different of instead of being, it's like it can delete attacks by just blowing up backup. I think that's the other one. I don't remember what War Chief does off the top of my head because I'm a bad content creator. I don't remember every card. So, but I do think that backup players tend to maybe go with Zeke, even though I think Hanj has the better matchup into Deku 6, I believe, in my personal opinion. Just because they run unyielding, filled with doubt. You got 9 Titans. You just have a lot of answers to Deku 6, and it's just, I don't know. It isn't the easiest deck to run, and neither is the Zeke deck. The Zeke deck's really hard to run too, but yeah, I don't know. Where'd Hanj go? Where's Justin Birch? Where'd our Hanj go? That's all I need to know. Where did best character in the entire series go? That's all we need. We need to find that out, because like that's sadness. Super sad.
Funny you say that because I actually didn't know. I knew that there was a Zeke. I was surprised that there wasn't a Hanj.
Yeah.
But I want to say because it was Spain and was their first regional, I think the Zeke saw that Louisville that Zeke won.
Yeah.
Like, cool. I want to make that. But I also think it's an issue of getting cards over there.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
It's a little hard to probably get product over there because this is the first year that UVS has sent cards or had a regional over there. Mm-hmm. I know Oceania or the OCE definitely has a different type of meta play.
Yeah.
Along with England.
Yeah.
So I think that is the reason why we didn't see a Hanj.
Sure.
Give it a year or give it a couple months. I think we'll see a little bit more Hanjas kick up, especially if they keep.
We may not be able to give her a year. She may just end up getting like banned or something. But anyway, it's not a. So the issue is this: is I don't think it is a card. It may not be a card like availability issue just because he came into the chat and said there wasn't a card availability issue. It's just a player choice thing.
Okay.
They have every set. Okay. They have everything. Sure. Like.
Okay.
Dark tournaments and X, Y, and Z, blah 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 blah. But anywho, but yeah, I don't know. We're not there. They have had a play group since MHA1, so that's the wild thing. And then they were supposed to have a regional last year, but the TO fell through. So this is what's really cool about this one is that they had a chance last year. It fell through. I think it was last year or the year before that fell through. This year they kicked off the 47-man event. I know 9 people came over from the UK, so that's super cool. They had some nice representation for travel players. So yeah, it's wild. I'm very excited. I'm glad it kicked off, and like this is like you said, their first regional. It's really cool to see it. I think it's only going to get better. I know they said there's a lot of newer players. There's a lot of young guns. A 14-year-old won the regional. A 9-year-old got top 4. What is this world, man? So whoever says this game is hard is lying and coping to themselves. They're cope because this game is not hard. It's hard to play at a high level. But to get started, it is not hard at all. I don't know. I'm probably coping myself right there because I'm trying to talking myself. So yeah.
Are you coping with cardboard?
Always. You know this, buddy. You know this. Always. Who isn't? So going forward, that regional, after that Swiss rounds kicked off and ended, we had a case event up in the Milwaukee land area at Games Universe Brookfield. So yeah, like it was not really an adventure. It was just a lot of fun. I did stream it on my Twitch channel. It was a nice 3-round event. We only had 8 people, but technically we were just playing top 8 at that point. So there was no point to play top cuts because you lose, you don't get first place. So I came in third, playing Aaron 4, my beloved, the best deck in the room that no one really knows about. Aaron 4, coolest deck in the room, also best deck in the room at the same time. You could fight me with that. And then Austin went and played his Godzilla deck to a second place finish. So that was super cool. Talk to us about your Swiss rounds and how they. I know you lost to Cole in the finals playing Grog because it was just real rough. I heard like it was just a super rough matchup. Cole's deck is very defensive. You're very offensive, and yeah, just go ahead and talk about your day, like how'd it go?
Yeah, so round one, I went and ran into Ryan. He was playing. I felt so bad because he was playing Deku. Haven't played in a month. He was kind of rusty. He was, he seemed like he didn't want to. He wasn't fully there. Like he was. That was a fun match. Playing against Ryan is always fun. Playing against the Milwaukee guys are always fun.
Yeah.
We took that. We did that fight. I think he got a round off of me. I think I went 2-1 on that one. After that, I went up against Will, and he had this really cool Rocksteady deck. I mean, that deck was
sick.
awesome.
I fought that deck in round 3. Oh yeah, yeah.
So cool.
Yep.
Here's the free 5 damage. I mean, like,
did you get bopped by the Echo Punch, the Deku 6 Echo Punch?
No,
I did.
He didn't get to see it against me,
okay.
which.
Okay.
Yeah, that deck was a lot of fun. I would love to play against that deck. I took that in 2.
Okay.
And then round 3, and it's against Cole.
Yeah.
And I will say this on stream. I have a losing record against Cole. I cannot beat him.
Yeah, me too.
And it's not because he's just a really good player.
Yeah.
His decks are really good at keeping him alive, right?
Yeah.
He makes the right calls, and like you said, I was a very aggro. My Godzilla was very aggro. If I don't kill you on turn 2, I'm struggling. And it's just DR decks are just hard to get through when you don't really give it damage or kind of have ways to deal with it. But I did get a round off of him. We did get a game 3. And I think if I would have been able to deal with his incredible display, I would have taken it.
Sure.
But I had no way to deal with his incredible display, and I kind of forced myself to be in a predicament where I'm like, well, if I pop it now and deal with it, maybe, just maybe, I can get an attack and then push through or whatnot. Sadly, I did not see one. So congratulations to Cole for winning, the case event. But man, that deck is mean when it comes to DR.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like I had issues with it in round 2 on stream where I had the kill in hand, but the issue is I needed 2 more damage, and he dies, because he would reduce the damage by 2 and live at 2. But
yeah,
it was a really. Hey Mal, thanks for the follow. Yeah, I did see 3 juries. That is correct, Slices. I did see 3 juries in that matchup. In a row. Correct. Yes, facts. That was facts, yes. I had the kill almost every time, but he had jury. I had no answer to jury in my deck. I'm playing Aaron 4, very bare bones. We're just slamming momentum and living by 36 health. Maybe or 1 government-mandated block a turn. Maybe 2 if we need to. But yeah, man, like, it was... Oh, God, I love that deck so much. Like, round 1, I played against Sam. She was playing Jamie off of water. It went 3 games. Being able to just yeet someone from full when they're at 22 is pretty nice. Fiery Vengeance for a Kabillion says they die, right? Like, it's just, whoop, you're dead. And then round 2 was Cole on stream. I got him. Game 1 was super easy. Like he played it. He played a Driven by Retribution to shove something in my card pool. He built himself. He was already behind on foundations. I was just like, okay, man. Like, I'll pop you a couple times, build 3, and pass. And then it's like you're just behind the rest of the game. And then game 2, he cited in. I think he cited in more juries and some more DR. And then he was able to control my damage, and there was a key point where I messed up, where he played his second jury on a Devour Your Power, and I didn't remember that he had a defeating the Colossal Titan in his discard pile that I could remove for a second instance of Powerful 3. That if I would have used that second instance of Powerful 3, I would have killed him, because he had no cards in hand, and I just would have just yeeted him to the moon with his life total with all my momentum, because I had enough. Because I Powerful 3'd for lethal, he set it to 4, and I could have Powerful 3'd again to set it to lethal and kill him, and I didn't. I messed up, and I lost in Game 3 because he had back-to-back-to-back juries. And things happen, you know?
The worst feeling.
Oh, it's fine. You know what, though? Like, you just gotta roll with it. Like, I put him on jury, right? Like, I had my attack, I launched it, and I'm like, you gotta have a jury or you lose. And he had a jury, and it happens, man, right? Like, and then round 3, I got to face against Will playing the Rocksteady deck, which was the second coolest deck in the room, because my deck was cooler. And I know this because I beat him. So, it was really cool. Like, I won game 1, pretty close. Game 2, he yeeted me with that full Kaleen 45% Ultra Impact Echo
That's
move.
nuts.
Did you know it has charge?
Yes.
Did you know that
Awesome.
Did you know that Rocksteady gives 5 damage to charge moves?
Charge and slams, yeah. It's nuts.
And Furies, by the way. And you know that card has Echo, right? And yeah, man, that's 22. I was like, okay, that's 22 unanswered damage. I can't do anything about it. You kill me. So yeah, it was wild. Like, and Aaron hates getting bodied by 10s, right? 5s he can handle. Bodied by 10s, not so much. So like I had to be a little more careful. But game 3 is offense. You know, I was on the play. I was able to take it, and you know, whatever. I came in third. Found out in the middle of the tournament, the real prize wasn't the boxes we were winning. The real prize was the TMNT stand-up in the store. If I would have known that was up for first place, I would have brought Hanj, man. I would have played Hanj. I would have gone total toxic to go play and win it. And then if it was me and you in finals, this is what I would have offered. We split because we each would have gotten a box. And there was like, I think there was like 12 extra packs left over from first place. I would split that with you. We take the Turtles stand-up and we put it at Stan's store, is what we would have done. That's what I would have offered you. I'm like, we take this to Stan's store, we split the packs, and we just go home. What was even better about that tournament, not only doing, you know, we both did really well, is it was 3 rounds, baby. No real effort whatsoever. And everybody who played in the tournament got paid. Like, we all got, because the case event was going to fire. If we had 8 people, no matter what, we had 8 people. And everybody got paid out extra packs, and that was great, and that was super cool to see. And I know that we had some friends who could not make it. Thanks for not making it, so we could all just play 3 rounds and leave. So
thank you guys.
Yeah, that was the best, man. Like, seriously. But so we have a case event at Borsat Games on September 13th coming up. I've been kind of thinking about, like, our case events kind of just dead. Like, not saying like dead, like just saying is it like as a like say you were someone outside the area, like a Kevin Broberg or a Tim Keefe or a Nick Reagan, or you know, or my boys down in South Carolina at final round. Like, is it worth traveling for a case event unless you want to see your friends? Like, is it worth it price wise? I don't think so anymore. I really don't. I think money needs to be on the line to get anybody to travel now.
I think so. It depends. I'm gonna go with down the middle. It depends on the IP.
Okay.
I think if we, and I'm just gonna use kind of in our past, right? MHA was a really big IP. It got a lot of people into the game. It got, I mean, our case events were huge around that time.
Yeah.
Okay, if we do another case event, if they come out with another MHA, and we do a case event, I think I could see some people traveling, right?
Mm-hmm.
AOT, probably not much. It's not because it was just there's some questionable things about the sets, but the IP is probably not as well known as MHA is, especially with the younger crowd and the newer players.
Yeah.
So, I think like Turtles, probably not.
Love you, Mal.
If we had, you know, if it was a line of 3 different sets for Turtles, maybe.
Yeah.
But since the Turtles might be just a one and done IP, okay. I don't think we need to have a case of it every IP, every season.
I think
I
that's
think maybe
I
once
agree.
in time.
I think that's the best because we kind of talked about that at Game Universe with Sam and Cole and saying
Mhm.
that yeah maybe we don't do one every set, right? Because it kind of gets kind of one monotonous and two it doesn't become special anymore, right? Like it's not special.
Yeah.
So I think this may be the last case event for a little bit, unless we do one for Guilty Gear just to round out the season, just to round out the entire year. Just do it, and then we'll wait and see. Um, but like, I don't know. I love doing them. I love playing for higher stakes than just locals promos.
Yeah.
But like I've played for money in an event before, like at Worlds. No humble brag there. I know it's first world problems coming home with $1,000 for finishing like middle of the pack.
Was this when you played Taki?
No, 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 no. This was Worlds first year of MHA Worlds. I played
Oh wow. Okay.
that was the first and only year they ever gave away money. The one that Kevin Broberg won like $250,000 or some shit. So yeah, but yeah, like half of us took home $1,000. The other half took home more, and it's just like we can't be mad about taking home money, but playing for money kind of sucks, man. It's really stressful, and every loss matters because the more you lose, the less you make, right? And you want to, you're playing the game you love, you think you're good at, and you really find out how good you are when you're in a room of killers playing for money, right? Like people bring
Yeah.
the best. They are at their peak. Universus,
Yeah.
quote Sam Tate. Um, it's just a different feel because like there's a money tournament in the St. Louis area for the Stark Dark Open Series. I think that's what it's called. It's at Impact Gaming. I believe it's November 2nd, 3rd, that weekend, that first weekend in November. Or maybe it's the second weekend in November. I don't remember. But that they're playing for money. I think it's like a 2K, maybe 5K. I don't know how much money's up for grabs. But um, I'm going. I'm going to go play. But again, I don't care if I win money. I'm just gonna go play and hang out with my friends because it's a 3 or 4 hour drive south. It's a nice weekend trip. I can come home. Plus, there's a retro event on Sunday where I'm gonna slam Taki into everybody, and I'm gonna
Oh
take
yeah.
home the gold. Not really. I'm just gonna go play Taki because I love Taki. Um, but I know like it's super nerve wracking playing for money, right? Like it's just you pay like $50 to play. You lose 2 games, you're out. You don't get any money. Like you're just out. Or you get like promos. That doesn't pay for your $50, right? Like you don't. You better be okay with losing a substantial amount of money if you're playing for money, because that's what happens when you play for money.
Yeah.
You know. So.
And I think that and the case events, at least up here, right? So Midwest has the biggest play group, I would say, 100%.
I would like to fight you on that one. I think the southeast area may have one that's equal or bigger. I, I,
Okay.
I really do.
I,
I think it's pretty even, to be honest.
okay.
So I would say we're the biggest. I'm saying like if you lump like Omaha, like because like we're kind of like we're all kind. What's weird about our game is we have all these pockets of groups, but we're all spread out. But if you take us as a
Yes.
region, like the Midwest is pretty big, but like Southeast is really big.
Okay.
Northeast, it's also kind of big too. Like it's just I don't want to step on anybody's toes. Please, Austin's views are not expressively the same as mine, so I have to say that as a disclaimer. So if anyone has to fire spit some vitriol, see that was a card right there. See what I did? Spew some vitriol at Austin about playgroup size. If you guys want to measure your sizes, do it off stream, man. This is a fan-friendly stream, please. Go ahead, Austin.
Well, what I'm going with is like,
Yeah.
all right, so once a year, similar to what we do with a the case event, right,
Mm,
or a regional or something like that, we can host like a case event of an IP that's really really big.
sure.
So Turtles are definitely big. Guilty Gear, I personally do not know Guilty Gear all that much. I know
You're
it's
gonna
a
get
fighting game.
you're gonna get schooled on Guilty Gear, my friend. Soon.
I know I am.
Soon. We're gonna teach you.
I'm
We're gonna
hoping for it.
Team Final Round's gonna put out a guide to Guilty Gear soon. I don't know who. I know Josh is looking to do it. Josh, if you're in chat, got to do that thing. Got to do that. There's people who need to know what Guilty Gear is. It's hype. Yes, it is, Mal. It is hype. Guilty Gear is hype.
Just say, a case event to maybe once or twice a year
Hmm.
will rekindle that magic.
Yeah.
Because cool. I mean, a lot of us are like, all right, well, let's buy our. I mean, you buy a case every IP.
I try not to. It
So
just happens. So
I know,
yeah.
but in the end, it's like, all right, cool. Now you're just playing for trades,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
And people who can't afford like a case every IP or not interested in a set or something along those lines. Like I wasn't interested in Yu Yu Hakusho, so I didn't buy a case. Okay, it wasn't until much later I actually sat down, watched the anime, realized that anime's god tier,
Hell
and
yeah,
just
it
realized I
is.
realized my mistake.
Hell
And
yeah, it
now the
is.
box is like $200.
Yeah. We all know Karama's god tier. We know this. We know this.
Got a Kurama Chrome. If anyone wants it,
No, that's
please
cool.
take it.
You have Kuwabara. You don't have Karama.
Kurama, my bad.
Hey,
Yes.
F's in chat. Respect to Karama in chat, please. Come on, come on. Let me see that. Slam those F's.
I'm,
Yeah.
I'm getting canceled already.
Nah, you're good. You're good.
Um,
But no, yeah,
but
it is god tier. That is sure. That is for sure god tier. Yes.
I think that if we focus on the IPs that are going to be big, like I know Godzilla's probably coming out within the next year. That's
Mm.
been leaked. Guilty Gear. I mean, like you said, if we do a case event to round out the year,
Yeah.
that'll be good. But I don't think we need the case event for Godzilla. It's going to be. It's most likely going to be similar to Guilty Gear.
Yeah.
They're going to try it out. Okay, maybe one or two IPs, see how it sells, see if it does well.
Yeah.
And then we can go ahead and it's like, all right, cool. Well, here's this really big IP. I'm just throwing out there Final Fantasy, right? Because I
Oh
know
my
Final
god.
Fantasy
Oh
just
my god, dude. Seriously, if we got Final Fantasy in our game, I would shit a brick.
that will be a case event.
Yes, it would be. Yes. Oh god, yes. Like, I would go broke. Like that. I wouldn't even need the case event. I'd just buy like 6 cases. Yeah, like if we actually had Final Fantasy, don't tempt me. Don't give me hope, Boston. Okay? Don't give me cope. You're coping. You're making me cope with cardboard right now, buddy. Come on. But yes,
But yeah,
yeah. Go ahead. Finish your thought.
that's my take on
Yeah.
case events, really.
Yeah, I get you. No, I agree with you. I do think the magic has been lost since we do them every event. So I
Yeah.
think that we just have to figure out, you know, we got to pick and choose. Like once we know the lineup, because we knew the lineup way in advance for this year. So I would assume the roadmap for next year is coming soonish. And then once we know,
so.
we can pick this set, and do like 2 of them, right? Like we don't need to do them every
Yeah.
set, right? And that just means that we get to chill, and people want to come in, and have like a Saturday event. Like, hey, we're gonna run a retro event. And it gives us time to like try out other things. Like, yeah, I know you want to do the Challenger Series thing at locals, and that would give us a Saturday to do that, or do a retro event because I know you got the DJ deck you want to play, and I want to shoot myself in the face when I play against that character, and But and then I know there's a lot of love for retro in our area, and I think that would be great. And we could maybe, and instead of like packs, we can put prize money up. Like everyone puts in $15, and then whatever we get packs or we get store credit towards it, or whatever, something monetary. So it's not just we're just getting paid for cards or whatever. Well, what it is, what it is, what it is. So, but trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, the reward shop. Yeah, let's talk about the reward shop. Yeah, man, like last week, it broke, and a lot of orders got lost. Well, not lost, but like held in limbo and then canceled. And then on Thursday, it got fixed, and then a lot of people lost out on their promos, which is kind of sad, and it's sucky, and it feels bad. But the daily trainings are up again today, as of today of recording. As of streaming, they're up, I think, right now, and I think there is a stock. And I do believe that they're going to be up for like the next few weeks. If I'm not mistaken, I know the Gen Con promos were up today. The Turtles promos were up today specifically, and they were out in like 2 seconds. Like they were gone. I have a few extras that I got from my contact at Gen Con. He went and grabbed some. I'm going to put them up on as giveaways on my channel, so look forward on YouTube Brody One. So go ahead and sub to that channel. If you want to sub here too, that's great. But you got to sub to Brody One on YouTube to get entered into those contests, so you get notified when that happens. I have a couple April's investigations and a couple Young and Freeze to give away. So yeah. So I don't know. I didn't need the Gen Con stuff. I got my stuff in last week because it's showing up tomorrow or Thursday. What is your thoughts on it, Austin? Because I know you said you had some thoughts on the rewards store today.
I think it's a mess. Um, on a lot of things, and I'm going to kind of go off a tangent here.
You're good.
UVS Universus has a poor way of handling traffic to the site.
Okay, so one,
comes
that's a cardio site. It's not a UVS site. It's a cardio.
Okay,
It's a cardio.
Cardio has a
Yes,
poor
there you
way
go.
to handle traffic going to their site.
Yeah, it does.
Because it crashed at Louisville.
Yep.
For the tournament. Okay, they had trouble with the reward stop. We've had trouble with loading our local multiple times. I think the problem there is with the reward shop, especially and how quick it sent out or sell it out was the issue. Right?
Yeah.
I'm not upset about they selling everything out. I'm upset of the lack of professionalism of the site.
Okay.
And how it handled.
Okay.
Like, I understand selling out of the boxes. Jetburn, Girl Power. They only have a limited set.
I got those too.
They have a limited set.
Yeah,
so I get it.
Yeah.
Okay, they're not going to hold an inventory there.
Yeah.
But when it comes to brand new promos like daily training, okay, there's no way you can turn around and tell me, "Oh, cool, we're going to make 5,000 cards." Good luck to everybody with a large community of us, right?
Yeah.
I understand, and I made a comment about this earlier in our local chat. Was like, for the Gen Con promos, I completely understand. They sold out in a day. This is probably what they have left from Gen Con.
Correct.
So it makes sense of how quick they sell it out. But to turn around and have people sit there and constantly refresh the site like it's they're trying to get Taylor Swift concert tickets, they're like, or whatnot, it's insane.
Yeah.
Okay. I did that at Gen Con. I don't want to do that again.
So Jason Chat says, I'm a full-on conspiracy theory that someone has a bot set up to instantly buy all the copies of anything that's new that's desirable. There's no way they sell out in 60 seconds. I agree. I love you for that. Thank you for that.
Behind that.
Oh, man. Hell yeah. That's great. Yeah. Like, I agree. Like the Gen Con promos, I get it, right? Like, but the issue is, I think, is that if you have something in your cart and you're filling out your payment information, those cards should not disappear out of your cart. Those should be locked in for you for like 5 minutes, right? Or something like that, right?
Timer.
Yeah, give them a timer. Give them like 3 to 4 minutes to get your information in, and then you blah, 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 right? And like the daily trainings, that was a fiasco to start with because Chase out here blasting cardio in chat. I love you. I love you. He hates them so much. It's great. He has so much vitriol for them. Like, as long as your cart's held for like X amount, right? Yeah, every commerce site does do that. Why? Because they should. Because they're, I don't know. They should do this. Yes, they should hold your cart, and then they until you, and if your timer lapses when you're trying to input, it's on you, dude. You should have entered in your stuff because it saves your credit card info. Like you can yeah, but for some reason it doesn't save shipping info that often. So like you have to enter in that, which is not that hard because you can have autofill do that. Whatever. We don't do that stuff. It makes sense at cardio. Hell yeah, we know that. But yeah, like I agree. Like Gen Con promos, whatever. But daily training should not have sold out that fast. But obviously because they have more stock, obviously, because they had some come out today, and then they said they may have it for a third week. I think it's like 3 or 4 weeks they're gonna have it. So they're. I mean, it's smart. Like, why don't you just say that there's a limited amount every week. Once we hit our cap, wait to next week, and then wait to next week, and then wait to next week, and then because I think they're trying to alleviate the guys who are shipping it. Instead of having like 3,000 orders, they have X amount of orders, X amount of orders, X amount of orders. But it's whatever. But to be fair, they should be better. Please do better. When I have Tam on in a couple weeks, I have a lot of how can UVS be better questions at this questions. I have a lot of questions like that because I believe that Tam has a really unique experience because he's on both sides, right? He's a content creator and he's a caster, plus he's a background guy because he did all the stuff at Louisville that everybody missed at this regional because for some reason UVS Games didn't ask him to do it. No idea why. I know,
I think that
but I
Sorry,
would
go ahead.
like to think they do, Jace. He says UVS does not wish to do better. I would like to think they would eventually get to, because I know that certain people who work there would love them to do better. You know.
Yes.
But yeah. Yes.
And I kind of want to add a little
Yeah, go
thing
for it.
before,
Yeah.
with the reward system. And one thing that I did want to compliment, I do like the boxes. The ones in every couple months box.
Oh yeah. Oh sure.
giveaway.
Oh sure.
I
Yeah.
think that's a great idea.
Oh, yeah.
One, it clears up their inventory.
Yeah.
Two, it gets people, like I know we have a new guy at our local who hasn't started it, who just got into Turtles.
Oh, you're talking about Alex? He's an older player. He's coming back.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's a
I didn't
return.
know that.
He's a returning player, my friend. Yeah, he's a returning player. But yes.
Oh, okay.
But like,
but-
yes, I know what you're saying. So yeah.
People who've been out of the game or who's now can use these points to get boxes
Yeah.
instead of dropping money. You know, like
Yeah,
a 14-year-old won regional. He can use those points to get boxes.
But he won like a billion Turtles boxes anyways, and his dad's a store owner, so he never needs product, man.
True.
Yeah.
You make a very fair point. But you want to know what's going to be a problem, and it's going to be hilarious to see, is that when they start dropping 7th Cross or Critical Role.
Oh,
boxes,
if they start dropping like more retro product, I'm gonna be so mad that I bought these Girl Power and Jetburn boxes that are just gonna maybe sit sealed on my yeah. Because I have a 7th Cross box that's sealed because I got it for like $20 off of eBay, but I would like more of that set because that set's sick.
Absolutely, that set's so cool.
Jay says I can name everyone who gives even 1 ounce of carrying in that company. Oh yeah, I know you can, and anyone who's loosely related to our game and who knows anybody who works there knows who cares. I get that. Speaking of people who care about the game, I have the privilege of announcing that I may be having Jeremy Ray on for a Take 10. I have to get all my questions all ready and sent away. I want to talk to him about Aaron, the Usurper, because that's like my new favorite deck and my love, and the deck is so cool, and it's the best deck in the room. That's the coolest deck in the room. So it's like 60% of the time. It works 100% of the time. So I'm going to ask him I'm going to try to deep dive into his development of a character and then pick his brain about the deck. Like why he came up with it, X, Y, and Z. Like why did he, like what led him to where we are at now with this awesome Aaron deck that I love to play so much. So, yeah, so some before we hop into the Take 10 with Austin, I do want to say that, and thanks for sticking around with us for this stream. Also, I got Tam on. We're gonna have Tam here on September 8th, and then September 15th. I just finalized the date with Andrew Holder. He is going to come on Take 10, and we're just gonna shoot the shit and hang out for like an hour and a half. Yeah, man, it's gonna be a fun time. So I got like every great TV show, we come back for the first episode of the season, take a week off, and then we come back for 2 or 3 more. So I'm just following great HBO Max like scheduling, man. That's what we're doing. We're taking a week off after the first episode, and then we keep going. So, but yeah, so that's some pretty cool things. I don't know when the J-Ray thing's gonna happen. Hopefully, we're probably just gonna do a recording on that one, and then I'll put it out. But I'm really excited to talk to him about Aaron the Usurper. So, so we've been chit-chatting for about 45 minutes, man. So you ready to get into this episode of Take 10?
Absolutely.
Hell yeah. Okay, give it a break so I can do the whole YouTube intro thing.